Hi guys, and welcome back to the Pildora channel. Today we are in Brooklyn and I'm super excited because we're visiting one of our favorite Pildora designers.
Hi, I'm Lizzy Gee, that's my name and my brand. I create chic, sustainable designs for all genders and sizes.
So Lizzy Gee's room has a lot of fun things, including these glasses. Where did you get these glasses?
A bunch of thrift stores every time. It's like my go-to thing.
So how did you get into sustainable fashion?
So really when I moved to Brooklyn and I started school at Pratt Institute is where I learned a lot about sustainability. There's a real niche for sustainability here, and it's just by interning at different designers like Mara Hoffman, I learned about how a designer can be sustainable. There's a way that you can do it, and that's really serious, and you can kind of embed it in your brand, whatever you create.
And was it challenging to start your brand?
The design aspect, not so much, just because I started out so young sewing my own designs. I really evolved throughout the years, and then from there it kind of evolved into more streetwear and learning about menswear, and that's where I really found my love for creating unisex garments. I always loved color and loved textures. As a brand identity goes, I knew what I wanted. It was more so like how to express that, to other people was beyond the clothing. That was the big thing to learn.
So beyond the clothing, so is that your brand's mission, or what is the mission with Lizzy Gee?
My mission is really to give a visual idea of inclusivity and sustainability with fashion, and that sustainability can be fun, and it can be colorful, and it can be kind of any aesthetic you want it to be, as long as you learn the right techniques in order to apply that to your designs. You can be a sustainable designer. What I really want is, to everybody feel like they can be involved. So ultimately, just figuring out my own way to help our society in a positive way. Probably my biggest worry when I knew I loved fashion so much is how would this help, ultimately the planet. Mm-hmm.
How is Lizzy Gee sustainable and ethical?
So I always like to have a fun time with everybody I work with. At the end of the day, we're making clothes, so we should enjoy doing that. I try to use all the methods that I've learned, zero waste patterning, upcycling, recycling, dead stock fabrics, incorporate everything I can into each piece and create it in a smart way. Even if I start with a sketch that maybe looks like something that you wouldn't typically think of a sustainable garment, I'll go about draping it in different ways and have the least waste going out of the production of the garment. Mm-hmm.
What piece of advice would you give to aspiring designers and brands?
Just keep making. Honestly, I really learned everything I did just continuing to be curious. Don't think an idea is too outlandish, really, because you're a designer because you have your own individual voice. So even if it's very different from everything you see right there, that's actually probably a really good thing.
Mm-hmm. So why have you chosen to sell your brand on Pildora?
Well, I really just loved how inclusive the marketplace seemed when I was looking at it and looking at the other brands that were already a part of it. It looked like kind of anybody could take part in sustainability, and you had so many different areas that you could specialize in. It didn't have to just be zero waste clothing, or it didn't have to just be upcycled. You could kind of really build your brand and mold it how you wanted using Pildora.
Well, we're so happy to have you.
Oh, thanks. I'm happy to be a part of it.
And where can people find Lizzy Gee?
So another place you can find me other than Pildora is my website, lizzygee.com, and that's where I have a lot of some of even my older pieces. You can also find me on Instagram, where you can see a lot of my process and how I've even evolved as a designer throughout the years. And that kind of slogan came from when people would look at my stuff before I even understood adjectives to describe what I'd like to design. They just say it's very Lizzy. They'd look at it and just know instantly that was my piece.
What's coming up for you in the future?
So another part of what I love to do is I love to do event production. Mm-hmm. And I just started this past year with an initiative, Impact New York Fashion Week.
Which I went to, and it was super cool.
Thank you. And that's where we met.
Yes.
Awesome. And basically what I wanted to do was create an event that basically impacted beyond the runway. A lot of times people just come to runway shows and leave, and it's kind of something for publicity and just to see the clothes. But I wanted something that, if you're a sustainable designer or a designer that wants to make change in a more direct way. So that's why all the proceeds go to a local charity of choice. So each year we're going to pick different environment nonprofits to donate all the proceeds to at the end of the events. In about a week's time, we're going to be launching our website where you can see all of the information about the past year's event and about the future one. It's going to be impactnewyorkfashionweek.org, and that's also where new designers and emerging designers can apply to be a part of it too.
So it sounds like a lot of great things coming up for you. Stay tuned for Impact New York Fashion Week. And thank you so much for having us in your home studio and showing us around and giving us a little taste of Lizzy Gee behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe to the Pildora channel. Bye-bye.
Bye.